What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be going over some little tiny details that are in this game that you guys may have overlooked. These could have been just things that you didn't notice when you played it the first time through, or maybe you didn't revisit these locations to sort of get the Easter egg, or maybe you just weren't paying close enough attention. Some of these I personally didn't even know about till after I beat the game. And luckily I have you guys in the community. You guys can let me know about things that I missed. So in this video, I'm going to go over 6 little tiny details that you may have overlooked in Fallen Order. So to start us off, you guys may already know this, but when you're changing your lightsaber and you change the color of the lightsaber, every single crystal has its own unique sound. So when you change it from blue to purple to yellow to orange to whatever color you want it, they all sound different from one another, which makes sense. They look different, so they might as well sound different. So that's a little small detail that I know a lot of people overlooked. I didn't even notice it at first. I actually discovered it when I was recording a different video that's on this channel where I was showing off all the different lightsaber parts. I noticed when I was changing the colors that the sound was just a wee tad different. So I cut it up into chunks and played it back for myself, which I'm going to do for you guys here in a second. And you can actually tell the difference. And they make different sounds when you're out in the environment and you're actually fighting and swinging and blocking and doing different stuff. So it's just a tiny detail that I really respect Respawn for doing. They didn't have to do that. They could have just made all the lightsabers sound the same, but it's that little extra attention to detail that I really appreciate. And I like when developers go above and beyond for that sort of thing. And then as we are on the topic of lightsabers, most of the different hilt styles in this game are based off of the Galaxy's Edge lightsabers. So if you go to Galaxy's Edge in Disney World or Disneyland, you can go and create your own lightsaber for about $200, and you can choose whatever crystal you want, and you can mix and match all the different parts. Well, you can create the exact same lightsaber in this game as you do in real life. So you can go to Galaxy's Edge, build yourself a lightsaber, and then in this game you can build that same exact style of lightsaber. That way you can have that lightsaber in real life. You can have the same one in the game, which is pretty freaking cool. It adds that little extra bit of immersion. Like, I personally don't have a custom built lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge, but if I did, I guarantee you I'd be rocking the same exact lightsaber that I built myself in real life. I think that would be so cool, and I'm really jealous of those of you that are lucky enough to actually go out and do that sort of thing. And you can do it in the opposite order. If you have a lightsaber that you really like and Fallen Order, you can take a picture of it, take it into Galaxy's Edge, and just build it yourself. So I really like that attention to detail. I like how it's taking stuff from the real world and it's implementing it in the video game and vice versa, and I think that's just awesome. And then while you are traveling from planet to planet, when you stop by Bogano, you probably have seen the different boglings that keep appearing on the map. They're like these little tiny little cat looking creature things. They're pretty cute. They kind of look like porgs a little bit. I don't really know what to compare them to. Foxes or dogs or something. And they dig into these little burrows underground and they run away from you if you get too close to them. Well, if you did not know, if you go just directly right under your ship, as soon as you spawn onto the map, there's like this little secret area where you can get a chest if you complete a puzzle. Well, when you go down there, one of the boglings runs away from you and it runs into this little doorway. And if you force push open the door, you have this little interaction with the creature. And I think Cal makes a reference about giving him a home, and then later on, he will appear in your ship. He's kind of like a collectible. This little bogling dude doesn't really do anything. He doesn't explore the ship. He just hangs out underneath like the planet table, and then he like goes up and hides underneath the table. And that's basically it. He just pokes his head out on occasion, and it just gives you a little bit something extra to add to your ship to give it a little more personality. So if you didn't know, you can get yourself a little bogling ship pet, and it's actually pretty fairly easy to do. And then up next is BD1. I actually didn't pay any attention to this, and based off of like how many people I've talked to about this, a lot of the people kind of overlook this, and it's fairly simple, and you see BD1 the entire time you play. As I was playing, I was kind of wondering, I was like, why does BD1 light up? And I couldn't figure out what it was that would make him change colors on his back, because he's got like that little back panel. Well, when you're at full health, he lights up green to show that you're nice and healthy, and he reflects the amount of health that you have. And then every time you take a hit, he flashes red. And then when you are very low on health, he stays red. So I think that is a pretty cool detail that BD1 actually reflects how you're feeling. I didn't notice this on my first playthrough. It just dawned on me as I was like doing some free roam, and I just happened to get hit as BD1 was lighting up. And I put 2 and 2 together because I always just looked at the health bar at the bottom. I didn't really think I needed to look at BD1. So it's not really necessary to your gameplay or anything. It's just a little extra detail. And then when you heal yourself, he goes back up to green. Because sometimes in my game it would kind of glitch out and he would like shine a red light at the back of Cal's head, and I had like no idea what was going on. But yeah, whenever you take damage, BD1 turns red, and whenever you're low on health, he stays red, and then when you heal yourself, he goes back up to a nice green. And then up next, this is a detail that I also didn't figure out until after I beat the game, and it is that Cal actually has a tattoo. I know a lot of people have overlooked this because you don't really pay attention to your wrists, because you don't really ever get close enough to your wrist to actually notice. Because on one of his hands, he has his sleeve all the way down, and then on his other hand, he has a glove, and the sleeve's a little bit pushed up. Well, the tattoo kind of blends in with the glove. I can't really tell what the tattoo is. It kind of looks like it's a lightsaber hilt in a weird way. If I was to take a guess, it's probably some sort of tattoo in regards to like when he was working as a junker and he was like breaking stuff down at the very beginning of the game. Maybe it's like a tracking tattoo or some sort of employee code or something. That would be my educated guess, because it wouldn't really make sense for him to have a lightsaber hilt tattooed on his wrist, especially if he's trying to like hide the fact that he was a Jedi all this time. Like, why would he get a tattoo of a lightsaber? Maybe it's an Easter egg. I don't know, but there's no reference to this anywhere. He just has a tattoo. But let me know what you guys think this is down in the comment section down below, and give me your theories of what this tattoo could actually mean. And then for the final detail, this one you actually find out towards the end of the game, and it is on Ilum. Once you beat Ilum and you go back to other planets and stuff, if you go back to Ilum after the Empire has like discovered Ilum, and you have like that whole part of the story mode on Ilum, when you leave and come back, the Empire now has a presence on Ilum, and it shows like as you're entering the atmosphere and you're like doing a little loading screen, it gives you a different look of Ilum. And it's been rumored for a long time that Ilum eventually became Starkiller Base, and I think this is pretty much proof that it is Starkiller Base. Like, if you look at just how much has been destroyed and carved out of the center of the planet since the Empire started mining it, it looks like the exact same layout for Starkiller Base. Like, you can even see where the middle part of the cannon's going to go, because it's like a little carved out at the top and bottom more than the rest of the area. So this to me is like 100% hardcore evidence that Ilum become Starkiller Base, because I don't know why they would include this. It's the exact perfect cutout. It's on the same type of snowy map. I mean, it makes sense. I don't think it's too far-fetched to think that like once the Empire started mining out the planet, that eventually the First Order would show up and just finish the job. I'm sure most of it was already done for them. And yeah, I think that's just a really cool detail that you won't even notice unless you go back to Ilum. There's not even really any reason to go back to Ilum, because like there's only like 5 chests and 1 or 2 secrets on that planet. I got most of the secrets on my first go, so I never had to go back. It wasn't until I just went back just to explore the planet that I noticed this. So that's just a little hidden detail that some people might never see. But that is going to do it for all of the little hidden details and things that you might brush over during your first playthrough of Fallen Order. If there are any things that I may have missed that are worth mentioning in a video, please let me know down in the comment section, and if you guys enjoy this, I will make a second one. If you guys haven't yet hit that subscribe button, be sure to check out another video. I have tons of Fallen Order videos, and I'm sure I will be making tons more in the future. Give this video a thumbs up, check out another video, and I will talk to you guys next time.
We would be honored if you would join us. You cannot resist